Hello everyone, I am Dina Khader, nutrition consultant, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today as we go and explore Wii Fit. Some of you may be thinking about getting one, or you may just have gotten one, but we are going to take a look at the program today, and I will give you my advice and suggestions on how to maximize the use of it. One thing I do want to mention, and this is very important, is that I do not recommend this for children because of the information on BMI, body mass index, but also it is really designed for the adult or for, teenagers 18 years and older. So let's take a look at the program and what it has to offer today. And as we go through it, I'll tell you the strengths of the program and what I feel are the weaknesses and how you can really maximize the most from it and get the most out of it. One problem that I do have with the Wii Fit is the BMI is fine for those of you who are sedentary because it will be accurate, but for those of you who are fit, since it is based on your body weight, which will weigh more if you have more muscle mass, I don't think it is as accurate as it can be compared to doing something like the bioimpedance analysis, which is much more accurate. So let's take a look at the exercise offerings here using the Wii Fit. We're going to start with the yoga program. Yoga, of course, helps to tone muscles and it does improve our posture, so it's a very important part of a healthy exercise program. And what I like here for those of you who are just starting off is that you just start with some basic 4 yoga exercises, deep breathing being the first one, and then the half moon, and so on. And what's useful for those of you who are not used to exercising is because of the sensitivity of the balance board, it will pick up where your alignment is off and tell you where to adjust. So it actually helps you to walk through the way you're doing the actual exercise, and that's very important because those of you who do want to exercise, if you're starting at home on your own, you need to have a coach or someone to guide you, and this is actually an inexpensive way to do that on a regular basis. And then over time, you're able to do 15 different exercise poses. All right, so now let's take a look at the strength training. I think they've done a very good job with the strength training exercises because they've chosen or selected exercises that do help to build strength. For instance, the first one is the single leg extension. And also we have the push-up and side plank, which is one of the most difficult resistance type exercises because you're actually using your whole body. You're working against your body weight. So it helps to build up muscle tone and it helps to burn calories too. And that's one advantage you're going to find, by the way, with the Wii Fit is that it's going to track you with your exercising, calorie burning, keeping track of what you've done, what you need to move on, so you keep improving your time and also your ability to move on to the next exercise. And that's a major motivational factor. So those of you who need motivation to get you moving and exercising, this is a great program to help keep track of that. And we all like to know how much calories we're burning off during our exercise routine, so this is great for those of you who want to keep track of that. And again, a tremendous variety of different exercises. The lunges, which is great for the thighs and the butt area to really tone the whole area. Always make sure you breathe properly when you do these exercises. I'm not impressed, by the way, with the aerobics or the balance games. I mean, they're fun. So those of you who want some fun, you can do them. But remember, the duration is not sufficient for you to really get actual benefit. Oxygenation of your organs, of your heart tissue, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, and so on. So these are the 2 programs that I really like the least with the Wii Fit. Before starting any exercise program, make sure that you clear it with your healthcare practitioner. Especially for those of you who are not used to exercising, you want to make sure that you are able to start. So now what I'd like to do today is put together an exercise menu, and what I'm going to recommend is that you work up to doing a half an hour every day of either the yoga or the strength training or a combination of the 2. So what we're going to look at now is how many repetitions you need to do in each of these categories. So we're going to start with yoga first. And with the yoga, you're going to do 3 sets or 3 rounds of the first 3 exercises. And that'll take about 16 minutes. It may take you 20 minutes while you get used to doing some of the postures and getting comfortable with it. And then over time, you can end up unlocking more of the other exercises as you get stronger. Now I would like to take a look at the strength training. And with the strength training, I do recommend doing the first 2. The single leg extension, what I'm going to suggest is doing 2 rounds of that, and then moving on to the push-up and side plank. And since that's pretty challenging for those of you who are not used to upper body resistance and exercising, you're only going to do this once, 1 round of that, and then you should be able to choose another 3 of these to really round up the rest of your exercising. So what we're going to do is the torso twist. You can do 2 sets of the torso twists. You're going to do 1 set of the jackknife and then 1 set of the lunges. Okay, and just work at your own pace, and gradually as you start to get stronger and stronger, because these get progressively more difficult with more advanced posture exercises. So remember, with any kind of a training program, you should always make sure that you warm up in the beginning, and then also it's important to stretch or cool down at the end of your exercises as well too. So the same type of exercises we talked about at the beginning, you do want to do those at the end as well. Okay, and this way the importance of doing stretching is that it minimizes muscle cramps, but it also minimizes the likelihood of actually damaging your muscles too, because you're helping the blood flow to that area, and that's the whole purpose behind stretching. What I'd also like to encourage you is that as you start to incorporate this in your exercise regimen, remember we haven't done anything on cardio, and it's very important to do at least a minimum of 20 minutes a day of cardio. And I'm going to suggest that since these exercises are indoors and we need the vitamin D from the sunlight, that you spend at least a minimum of 20 minutes brisk walking, and ideally try and fit that in 4 to 5 times a week. And that's to help your heart, that's to help get more oxygen to all the organs and tissues of your body, and that creates a more balanced workout regimen, because then you're combining the cardio with the yoga, with the strength training. So I am overall pretty impressed with this Wii Fit program that they've come out with. I think that for those of you who don't like exercising, this is a great way to get you motivated if you don't like to go to the gym because you feel awkward going to the gym because you're not fit. So I know there's a lot of fit junkies that are in the in a lot of these gyms, and people get often turned off by that. But just remember that you do need to incorporate the cardio along with what you're getting here. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed our walking through the Wii Fit program. I've certainly enjoyed it, and since I'm new to this, I'm still learning a lot of the new exercises that they have here, and I'm hoping that in the near future I will be able to go over with you some of the other exercises. But those of you who are going to jump ahead and move ahead, please do feel free to send me any comments at the email below, or any advice or suggestions that you have. I'd be very interested in getting your comments, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.